Hello everyone, this is Mr. Swapnil Bapusai Verwade, the lecturer in Sri Institute of Technology, Polytechnic Gatra. I am here with my new lecture on surface hardening methods. Okay, so in this lecture we will see the surface hardening methods and their types, how they performed. Okay, so see surface heat treatment or the surface heat treatment methods. Okay, so this is the overview of our today's lecture. That is, subtopics of the lectures are: first is the introduction, then purpose, types, then we have the carburizing process. In that we have three processes, that is pack carburizing, gas carburizing and liquid carburizing, and next we have the two processes, that is nitriding process and cyaniding process. Okay, so we will start. See, surface heat treatment process is nothing but it is also a heat treatment process where we only heat the surface of the material. We cannot heat the whole component or the whole material. Okay, as we had did in annealing process, normalizing process, hardening process, tempering process. We done the hardening of the whole material, we had done the cooling of the whole material, we had done the softening of the whole material, we had done the tempering of the whole material, that is inner side also and the outer side also. But in this process, surface heat treatment, as the name suggests, just we treat the surface of the component, so that this is called the surface heat treatment. We cannot treat what is the inside. That is not our goal. What is goal is just to treat the surface of the material, surface of the component. So this is called surface heat treatment. Okay, so see the many industrial applications such as cams and gears. See, there are so many applications where only outer surface of that components are in the applications, or the only outer surface are used where there is a friction between the material. Okay, where there is a friction between the material, there is only application of the outer surfaces of the material. What is there in the inside of the material, it is not of use. Okay, so applications like cams and gears which requires the hard and wear resistant surface, as these cams and gears are always in a friction, so it requires a hard and wear resistant surface. That wear resistant surface and hard surface can be produced by the surface heat treatment, and with that hard and wear resistant surface, it must have the soft and tough core inside the material. See, the outer part of the material is called case, CASE, see here written. The hard surface is called case, and relatively soft tough inside is called core. So this surface heat treatment, sometimes also called as a case hardening methods, means case means the outer surface, core means the inner part of the material. Okay, so what we want the hard and wear resistant surface of the material with relatively soft and tough core of the material. Okay, so see, if any crack has propagated or if any crack is found on the upper surface of the material on one side of the material. Okay, if I taken a material or the component as a cube, we can taken as a one cube. Okay, so see, if on cube, on one side of the cube we have a small crack on that cube, if that start to propagate. Okay, as we know that component have the hard surface, on the hard surface crack will propagate the fast, but when it propagate to the to the other side of the material, it intermediate, it will have the soft core, and in a soft core the cracks never propagate too fast, crack never propagate the too fast, so that with the crack also it doesn't have the tendency to fail the component, because of the inside tough core, because of the inside soft core, that crack cannot propagate with the fast rate, so that it will somewhat increase the life of the component. So in this process we want something which will have the hard surface or the wear resistant surface and soft core. Okay, so see, hard surface are produced relatively soft core by surface treatment. The hard surface has good wear resistance and the soft core has a good toughness. The hard surface is called case and the soft tough inside is core. What the outside is case, what the inside is core. Next, the hard surface of material can be produced by the two ways. We have the two things, that is case hardening method and surface hardening method. In the syllabus we will have only these things, that is case hardening method. Okay, we will start the next point, that is purpose. What is the purpose of surface treatment? Because see, if I want only the surface must be hardened, why I should go for the inside of the material? Okay, I will only harden the surface. You are getting or not? If I want the application which only wants or which only seeks that its surface only will be the hardened, then why will I hard the whole material? I will only hard the surface. For that also, I require the less cost, I require the less time, because the depth of hardness will be lower. Instead of hardening the whole material, I will only harden the simple 1 or 2 mm depth of the material. That will save my cost, that will save my time. I will increase the number of components per hour. Okay, so see, what is the purpose? What the main purpose is to have the hardened wear resistance surface of a machine part. Then hardened layer of uniform depth. We can produce a hardened layer of a material of 1 mm, 2 mm, 3 mm as per the requirement. Okay, it can be adjusted on the basis of what the holding time period we provided. If holding time period is more, hardening layer will be more. Holding period time will be less, hardening layer depth will be less. With subsequent heat treatment effect, the surface of overheating can be removed. If there is a overheating of the material, we can reduce it with the help of subsequent heat treatment, just like a tempering process. Okay, to obtain tough core. And the last one, increase the life of machine parts, as we are providing in a component with a wear resistance surface, it will increase the life of the component. Okay, so next, types. See, case hardening method, that is chemical heat treatment, also we can call it as a chemical heat treatment. It have three types: carburizing process, nitriding process, and cyaniding process. And surface hardening process will have the two types: flame hardening and induction hardening. In case hardening, see, here we only change the composition of the surface of the material. We only change the composition of surface of the material. In carburizing, as name suggests, we add carbon on the surface of material. We add carbon on the surface of material. In nitriding, we add nitrogen on the surface of material. And in cyaniding, we add carbon plus nitrogen on the surface of material. Here I am saying adding means it is not that simple to have a carbon and add it. Okay. In this process also we require the heating process, holding process and cooling process, so that we can add a carbon, we get a carburizing process, we add a nitrogen, we will have the nitriding process, we can add a carbon plus nitrogen, we will get the cyaniding process. Okay, so these three processes are in our syllabus, and last two, that is surface hardening. First one is a flame hardening and second is induction hardening. It is not in syllabus, but see, flame hardening means we can hard any material with the help of flame. Firstly, with the help of flame we can heat the material, and it is followed by the cooling off with the help of water. With the help of water spray we can cool the material. Okay, so that upper surface of that material can get hardened. And induction hardening means by passing the current from a component we can harden the material. As we pass the current from the component, it will start to heat. As it start to heat, cool it abruptly or suddenly cool it, we will get the hard material. Means with the help of flame also we can increase the hardness of the surface. With the help of current also we can have the surface hardening. Okay, so the surface hardening can be done with these five types, that is carburizing, nitriding, cyaniding, flame hardening and induction hardening. Flame is with the help of flame or the heat, induction means with the help of current. Okay, for the syllabus we have first three, that is carburizing, addition of carbon; nitriding, addition of nitrogen; cyaniding, addition of nitrogen plus carbon. Okay, so next, first, case hardening. Case hardening means, case means what? Outer surface of the material. So case hardening is the hardening the surface by changing the composition of surface. Here we cannot use any flame or we cannot use any current or anything. Okay, just we change the composition of the surface by heating process, by holding process and by cooling process. Okay, so see, in this, the applications are like gears, bearing balls, roller bearings, piston pins, and camshaft. See, the examples are like, or the applications are like where there is a surface touch or where there is a surface friction, there is a friction where they applied. Okay, so all these applications required the hard surface, all these applications required the wear resistant surface. Okay, so this can be produced with the help of three types, that is carburizing, nitriding, and cyaniding. Okay, so next, start with the first, that is carburizing process. See, in carburizing process, simple thing, increasing the amount of carbon on the surface. If we have a low carbon steel, we know that it have the 0.3% carbon on the surface of material, or the whole material we have the 0.3% carbon. Okay, so increasing the amount of carbon means we can increase the 0.3% of carbon to 0.5% of carbon on the surface of material only. Means we can add the carbon on the surface of the material so that its composition from 0.3% to it will increase to 0.6 0.7% of the carbon, so that as we know, as carbon increases, hardness will increase. Same way, as we increase the percentage of carbon on the surface, it will increase the hardness of the material. Okay, so by increasing the amount of carbon on the surface, the steel is called carburizing process. Or we can have introducing the carbon into the solid alloys such as low carbon steel. We use only this applied on low carbon steel because low carbon steel is a softer one, and but it is cheaper also. With a low cost we can get it, so that we can have this type of process and we can use this low carbon steel into various applications. So the purpose is to obtain the hard layer on the surface of the workpiece so that it will have the wear resistance, it will have the toughness, it will have the good ductility, it will have the good malleability, it will have the good toughness. Okay, so it is also called the cementation or case carburizing or case hardening. Everywhere you see the case means the outer surface of the material. Okay, so carburizing means, simply remember that it is introduction of carbon on the surface of material. Okay, so it will have, see, when we heat any material, we heat always in some medium. Okay, we are increasing the carbon percentage on the surface of material, means we are taking a carbon from some source and we are deploying those carbon on the surface of material. Okay, so that source you must be remembered. Okay, so see, depend on that source, on depend on that media, we differentiate the carburizing on three ways, that is pack carburizing means solid carburizing, second gas carburizing, third liquid carburizing. Okay, see, we are introducing the carbon or we are adding the carbon on the surface of material, means we are taking somewhere, we have, or we have some source, from that source we are taking the carbon and that carbon will be introduced in the on the surface of material. That source or those mediums will be discussed here. Okay, so see, if that medium will be a solid one, that will be called pack carburizing. That medium will consist of charcoal, coke, that is dagdi kolsa, coke. Okay, then barium carbonate, it will have the BaCO3, that C will be carbon. Next we have sodium carbonate, NaCO3, that C will be the carbon. Calcium carbonate, CaCO3, that C will be the carbon. From this all five we just need the carbon. In charcoal we have carbon, in coke we have carbon, in BaCO3, CaCO3, NaCO3 we have carbon. That carbon will be taken and that will be introduced onto the surface of material. So this is pack carburizing. Just remember the examples, okay, what the medium consists of. Next, gas carburizing. In this we have the gases like methane, it is CH4, C means carbon, carbon is there. Ethane we have C2H6, C is there. Propane C3H8, C is there. Butane C4H10, we have again C4, that is carbon is present. With this we have carrier gases or we can say flue gases like CO, N2 and H2. See, all these are gases only. So the carrier gases will have the work like, it will take this carrier gases means we have the N2. Okay, this nitrogen will take the carbon from this methane, that is CH4C. These carrier gases will have the work like this. If we have the methane, this methane will have this C. These carrier gases will take this C and they will introduce that C into the surface of material. This means carrier gas are the inter media is. Okay, these carrier gases will help the to have the process to be done. Okay, so carrier gases used to introduce the C or the carbon from the gases onto the surface of the material. Same way we have the liquid carburizing. It consists of the sodium cyanide, that is NaCN. That NaCN again have the C, or sodium carbonate NO2CO3, Na2CO3, or sodium chloride NaCl. All these can be used. Okay, so see, next, nitriding process. It is the process of introducing the nitrogen into the surface. As we know, we can introduce carbon, we get the carburizing process. Here, introducing the nitrogen, we will get the nitriding process. Okay, introducing the nitrogen into the surface of a steel by heating it, holding and cooling it. Okay, see, with the see, as we know, we are getting the carbon from the charcoal, coke, from methane, ethane, butane, from sodium cyanide. Okay, here also nitrogen can be formed, or we can get the nitrogen from ammonia. As we know, the chemical formula of ammonia is NH3. That N means nitrogen. From that we can take the nitrogen and we can have that nitrogen, or we can put that nitrogen on the surface of material. We have the nitriding process, but the case is that this process required a long time period, because before nitriding, that component must go through all these processes. That it first will have the high temperature tempering, then we will do its rough machining, then it will have its annealing process, then we will do the fine machining. After that we can have the nitriding process. Means after tempering, rough machining, annealing, fine machining, then we will have the nitriding process. Means this whole process will take a time. With the time it will take a cost. So nitriding process is a costly process. Okay. See, the medium of nitriding is consist of ammonia, that is NH3. From this NH3 we can take N, that is nitrogen, and we can put on the surface of material. Okay. So disadvantages: long cycle time, because we must do this all four process. After that we are eligible to have the nitriding process. The brittle case, because after doing all these things, tempering, machining, annealing, rough machining, and after that again we do the nitriding, it will have the brittle case. High cost, as we have the so many processes, and the skilled person is required for the controlling, because we require all this to be done, and after that we require to have the nitriding process. Okay, next, cyaniding process. As we know, carburizing means addition of carbon, nitriding means addition of nitrogen. In cyaniding, it is the process in which carbon and nitrogen are introduced on the surface of material. Okay, in this both carbon plus nitrogen. In this also, the mixture or the source from where we can take a carbon and nitrogen is molten cyanide. That is, low carbon steel is heated between 800 to 870 degrees in the molten cyanide, that is NaCN. See, here we have N, that is nitrogen, here we have C, that is carbon. So from molten cyanide or NaCN we can get both of these. I can get C also, I can get N also. So these two, carbon and nitrogen, can be taken from here and it can be put on the surface of the steel or any component, so that we can have the cyaniding process. In cyaniding, both the nitrogen and carbon are diffused, so that the upper surface can have the hard property and have the good wear resistance. Okay, so this is what about the surface heat treatment processes. I think you may get good knowledge of the what heat treatment process is. We have the three things: carburizing, nitriding, cyaniding, addition of carbon, carburizing, addition of nitrogen, nitriding, addition of both carbon, nitrogen, cyaniding. And above this also we have two things, that is flame hardening and induction hardening. With the help of flame we can harden the material. Flame hardening, with the help of carbon, with the help of current we can harden the material. It is induction hardening. Okay, so this is nothing but the surface heat treatment process. Okay, so thank you one and all.